Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Data Toolkit. In today's tutorial, we will learn about the Databricks real-time scenario interview questions. This is part 3. So guys, I believe that this playlist will be helpful to crack the Databricks interview for sure. So let's understand. The first questions will be asked into the interview, like how many metastore you can create for one region. So you can create only one metastore per region in Databricks for each account. This metastore can be shared by multiple workspace in that region. So why we are using one region only? So to manage all the data and the permissions in one place, this makes it easier to control and avoid the confusion. Next question, how does autoloader schema evaluation work? So autoloader checks for new column in incoming data and update the schema by adding them to the end. So the stream doesn't fail. It looks at the latest batch of data to do this automatically. So next question, what is the time travel? So time travel in Delta Lake allow querying older snapshots of data using timestamp or the version number. It is useful for auditing, debugging and the recovering previous data states. Next question, what is the maximum size of worker node you can use? So we can use the 64 GB worker node. Move to the next question, what is the difference between structured streaming and autoloader in Databricks? So structured streaming in the streaming engine in Databricks, it is used to process the real-time data from sources like Kafka, socket or files, and autoloader is a features built on top of the structured streaming that is easy to automatically detect and load the new file from cloud storage like AWS S3 or Azure Blob. So move to the next slide. Difference between the repartitioning and Collis function. So difference is that in repartitionings, the changes the number of partitioning by reshuffling all the data, but in Collis function, it is reduce the number of partitions by merging existing ones. Syntax is this, like df.repartitioning and the number of partitioning, df.colleagues number of partitioning. Then in repartitioning, it performs the full shuffle, but in colleagues, it avoids the full shuffle and use the narrow transformation. In repartitioning, it is used to increase or rebalance the partitioning, and here it is reduce the number of partitions. It is slower or more resource intensive, it is faster and more efficient. It is produce the event size partitioning and it may lead to uneven partition size. So this is very basic difference guys. Then next question is, can you explain what Delta Lake is and how it benefit data management in Databricks? So Delta Lake make big data more reliable by using the ACID transaction which help the data correct and consistent. It will allow you to track the data changes, keep a fixed data structure and go back to the older version of the data. So these make it easier and safer to manage the data pipelines in Databricks. What is an open table format and how does Databricks implement it? So an open table format is a way to manage the large data reliably in Data Lake. So Databricks uses Delta Lake to do this. It allows the safe data update, track the changes over time and handle the schema changes easily. So this makes the data practice more reliable and easy to manage. So move to the next slide. How many types of persistence level are there in the pyspark? So there are 5 levels, that is memory only, this is the by default, then memory and the disks, memory only serialize, memory and the disk serialize and the disks only. So in the memory only, this is the by default, the entire RDD or the data frame gets saved only in RAM and data that doesn't fit in memory will be recalculated when required. In memory and disks, it aims to put the data in RAM at the outset. Then in memory only serialize, if data is kept in the RAM, although it is serialized to reduce disk usage. This method is more compact but it takes longer time to access the data. In memory and the disk serialize, as with memory and the disk, the data is kept serialized here. This situation is suitable when memory restriction exists and some loss in performance can be accepted. And in the disk only, does not use the memory at all and save all the partition to disk. Now, this is the last question of this playlist, that is, if you are working on the project with huge amount of historical data in Delta Lake, what step would you take to make the query faster and keep the track of changes over time? So you can simply give the answer into the interview. We use the partitioning based on the column like date or region to speed up the query by reading only the required data. Clustering helps us group similar record together within the partitions for the better performance. Then delta time travel allow us to access the data from specific point in time without creating any extra copies. And schema evolution let us handle changes in the data structure smoothly, ensuring the reliable performance. So guys, if you feel this video is informative, please like, comment and share my video. Thank you for watching. Keep growing and learning.